Hi, my name is Steve from Titosphere and welcome to this tutorial where I will show you how to reconstruct an old photo or photos which you probably have somewhere in your house or flat. So if you are a bit older, you can remember the time where there wasn't any digital cameras, everything was taken on a film, and after the film was exposed they gave you a photo paper on which was the photo, which you probably put somewhere, and if you put it somewhere for a long time, it could cause that there will be some scratch, dust, probably somewhere banded photo, and there is something like this. And I will show you how to reconstruct these memories. Very simple and without any great effort or something, or spending money to anyone which will do it for you. So I found on the net this kind of photo which took me a lot of time because I couldn't find anything like this, but at the end I found that. So if I will zoom on that, you can see that around the photo is a lot of dust, small scratches, also big one like this one. It's probably some bending of the photo, and we need to put this away because I have this photo and I want to print it again with nicer quality. You can also put here some colors if you want, but we will not do that. You can watch how to do that in the colorizing tutorial. But here I will focus how to remove everything bad or everything damaged on the photo. So first of all, if I open the picture in Photoshop, I will unlock it just by dragging the lock here. I will create a copy of that, create an empty layer just for sure. I can name this like original and this like to edit. Okay, so firstly let's focus on this. Now the bending here created here also a scratch, a deep scratch, which is going through the hair of these women, and we need to be careful how to remove this. So what I will use here, firstly for the hair, I will use the healing brush, and I will not just brush around and just pray that everything will be fine, even that this looks fine. I will use not this kind of healing brush, but healing brush tool, not a spot, but just a healing brush. Now this is working very similar like the stamp tool, but have one advantage, which is I think the biggest, is that Photoshop is trying to adjust also the highlights and shadows according to the background which is there, or the nearest pixels. So I will really zoom on that. I will choose a small brush like this, the hardness around 70%. And what I will do, I will hold Alt, took a pattern of the hair here, and I will brush the scratch away very carefully. By this, of course, we can make also bad things, but this kind of stuff will remove a bit later. So firstly, we will roughly remove everything which we see in this element. So we can start also a bit here by removing this. Oops, I'll go one step back. I did it again. Just for some preparation. Now we can go somewhere like this. Now I'll zoom a bit more and go here. So I will probably firstly do the easier parts, and then I will jump to the hard parts of that. Oops. So I will make something like this. One more time here. And now the hair should go something like this or somehow like this. So it's not only affecting the hair but also the background here on this border. And for this I will use the stamp tool. So I will jumping between these tools and try really to do my best. to reconstruct the hair which is missing right now, or which is damaged, to keep everything naturally, but also very nice. Not telling that naturally is not nice, but sometimes you need a bit Photoshop to make things look nicer. Okay, let's go here. Now I will use the stamp tool also on this part to create the missing hair until here. I'll probably jump back here, and now I can use this one a bit more. So try to jump between the tools, because like that probably will have the best result. It's not just about using one tool, it's about using every tool which Photoshop can give us. Okay, this I will take later from the background. Now the hair should go like this a bit. Oh, sorry, this was my phone. Just make it silent. Okay. So let's continue here. A bit like that. A bit here from the background. And then again, the healing brush. Like here, and I'm a little bit afraid about this. Yeah, it's probably better to use the stamp tool. Here we will use this one. Okay, now let's go back here. So a bit more to do. And as you can see, very slowly. Yes, of course, because it's a bit damaged the photo, but very slowly we are hiding or reconstructing the elements of the photo which are missing. It's absolutely great. Just by using this tool, can breathe again life to our photos, or just make them pretty again. Of course, by this kind of black and white photo is much easier than by color, but the technique is the same. You really need to be careful by some parts to make them look natural. Sometimes you just need to use both the healing brush and also the stamp tool, just to make the best looking effect. Okay, I will brush this away. Background. Go here a bit. Side. Probably a bit smaller here. Okay, we're almost done with the head, and if we are really using the zoom for so long time, it can be that we are missing some parts, or some parts are already looking not natural, and to them we'll jump right after. Okay, now let's zoom back. No, okay, no, not so bad. But we can still do better, of course. Like here. put the hair a bit back. Can use the healing brush also here a bit and in different parts of the image. Okay, so if you're done with the head like me, almost, we can jump on the next step, which will be deleting or putting away the scratches here. It will be much easier here because we can use a bigger healing brush and apply it right on that. And the effect should be really nice, as you can see. Of course, you have to be a bit careful not to mess up with that, with the colors and so. But for sure, we can use bigger brushes for most of the things. And again, we can use the one tool for everything or just more tools to make the desired effect. Now for this, I will for sure probably only use the stamp tool. Very carefully. Make movements from up to down to cover the scratch and to make it disappear. Okay, this is the one side. Let's go to the other side. If you see anything which you want to hide, like I do right now, this, 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 this is a big one also. You can do it right away. You don't have to wait for some time when you will come back. You don't have to focus on just one part at a time. You can do multiple at once. Okay, let's go back here. Put a bit here from down. We'll use the healing brush, small size, to hide everything. And we will jump here to the end. Again using the stamp tool like we was doing before. And again I will use the same movement from up to down. Try to hide or make the scratch disappear. But keeping the details or the highlights of the image on the picture. We don't want to lose them, so when we zoom back, the scratch is away and we can jump to some other things. As you can see, the heart or big different particles or anything like these creatures are very easy to replace or make them disappear. But we have here bigger problem, which are the details and the dust and the noise and everything which is on the photo. And also this, we really want to fix and just make the final image nice and clear. You can also go to the skin of the people which are there and try to fix the things which we see and which we probably could fix and so on. So there could be a lot of work if you really want to make a great job by reconstructing that. It also depends on that, like what memories are that or how much time you want to keep on fixing that. Okay, here is something. Here we'll use the healing brush or stamp tool to how I said, fix all errors which you see, but don't go much deeply because you can stay here for hours, really, fixing every single thing which you see, which you don't like, and so on. Also, it should keep the look of an old photo because it was shot very long time ago. So, and it have also some kind of magic, this kind of old photos, and we don't want to take this away. Okay, so if all scratches, all big parts or particles are away, we can jump to the second step, which will be the dust. Now, Photoshop have a great function which is called, which is somewhere here, dust and scratches. You see? Now this is absolutely wonderful tool for fixing this kind of errors. Even with the default setting which I have here, a lot of stuff is disappearing, which is great, and we even didn't do anything. So let's focus on something like this part, and let's try to find the best radius. Okay, I think 1 is fine. Threshold by 0, it's also fine. I will just apply. Worst, better. Worst, better. Okay, we can try to apply it once more. See the difference now. Yeah, it's a bit better again. So 2 times dust and scratches filter applied. Okay, mainly this dust and scratches, a bit of noise is away from the picture. Now let's go really for the noise. Now the noise which is here is not so high like it was before, but is also still there. You can see that the pixels are not one color, it's like changing white dark, white dark, white dark, and it's making a really strange effect. For this I will go to the layers. As you can see, by the red one everything is fine, but if I go to the blue one, it's not so nice. So I will stick here by the blue one. I will go to filler, blur, surface blur, and I will check a smaller radius, and I will try to find the best settings for this, like this. Now when I will apply it again, you will notice that some of the noise disappear, but the details are still there. I can apply it also here. I'm really trying to make it very soft. I don't want to apply it high. So again, some of the noise is away, also with the remaining dust, and we can go a bit more. Now, what to do now? Let's say everything is reconstructed, like the scratches, the noise, and everything else, and now I just want to make the photo a bit better looking. So I can go here to layers or image, my bad. We can go to levels and try to adjust a bit the levels. So here we can go up or back. So 1 should be default value. I will go a bit back. Now we go to image, curves, and I will make here an S shape, where once again the shadows will be more highlighted than the bright parts of the image. Okay, I have something like this. I'll make a copy of this, apply a blur on that. Probably 5 is too much. Let's go just be 2. We apply an overlay layer. Put it down just like 50%. 15, my bad. So again, the colors will be a bit better right now, or the highlights, and also the blur will fix some noise there, which is remaining there, anything else which was there before we applied dust and scratches and so. So we applied this. Now what else we can do? I will apply here and photo filter. Apply it like not a clipping mask, but I will try to make it, I don't know, 50%. We'll try probably some different ones. I would like something more than the warming filter, which is here. I can also apply just sepia filter here. By color or by filter, I can go by color. Filter, the warming filter. Hard to say. It's up to you. I will apply the sepia one, just like 50%. Oops. And the last step, which I will do here, because we are almost done with the reconstructing, is playing a bit more with the picture like itself, so with the highlights and shadows and everything. And I will use for that again the original layer which I have here, and I can go pick here to exposure control, try a bit to highlight some stuff. I think with this don't have much effort. The gamma correction, hard to say, maybe plus a bit, and we are done. So I can create here a new layer of that called edited, and we can compare. Now, this was our original photo. A lot of scratches and a lot of different stuff, and this is our edited photo. Now I can change a bit the photo filter which I have here. I can make it the density a bit higher. I can also change, I think, this a bit. I even can invert this mask, like invert, and make absolutely difference between that, but I think I liked that before better, and I will keep it on something like 20%. Oh, it's too much. 15 should be fine. And we can do more and more things. It's really just up to you how you want to edit that. So, as you can see, the reconstruction is really not so hard. We even could put the color to the photo very easily, very quick, I think, because it's an old photo. I think nobody will notice the difference between a few stuffs there, a few pixels. So we could use the colorizing technique which I told in the tutorial before, colorizing tutorial, and really breathe the colors inside. It should be also cool, but the main which I wanted to show you is how to reconstruct, how to fix this kind of scratches of this kind, how to fix the dust which is there, which you can see on the original photo was horrible, like everywhere, and now disappeared, as you can see. So it's not so hard to make some reconstructions. Of course, it takes some time, but how I said, it depends how deep you want to go with your details and so on. So I think it's enough, and anyway, it should be a short tutorial. Why to make a long one? And I hope you learned something, and you will be able to use this on some real photos, on some your photos which you have. So again, thanks for watching. If you have some suggestions or something else, just write on our forums or comment or just send us a mail. So again, thanks for watching and bye bye.